My son ended up passing away, so I'm giving his college fund to his best friend who was by his side until the very end. The thing is, my family is mad at me because I'm not giving the money to my nephew. I'm a 39-year-old man, and in 2019, I lost my son to a chronic heart condition. He was only 15 years old, and to say the grief was bad would be an understatement. The grief was unbearable, and throughout this time, the worst part is none of my family helped me. None of them came to the hospital to bring him a meal when he was hungry. None of them came to watch him when I needed to go home for a few hours. None of them stepped up to the plate at all. All I got was a bunch of empty words and no help. But during that time, I managed to put away some money for my son's college fund because we used to talk about him going to college. And although he was depressed and he didn't think he could go, he clung to a little bit of hope that maybe he would get better and be able to attend college. I kept saving money in hopes of keeping my son's spirits up to make him feel like he had a future just like any other kid does. My son also had a best friend who was about the same age as him, who was by his side for 5 years. He would even spend nights at the hospital with him, encouraging my son to do activities, anything to keep his spirits up. And the thing is, even after my son passed away, this kid didn't disappear. This kid would still even come to check on me, to talk to me, to see how I was doing. Some days we sit talking, some days we just cry together. This kid even makes projects showing me, reminiscing about my son in honor of him. So last week, when my sister asked me what I was planning to do with the college fund I had for my son, I ain't really want to talk about it. But since she brought it up, I told her, I'm gonna be giving that to my son's best friend. This guy was more family closer to my son than any of them. My sister didn't even acknowledge this friend. She was looking confused and she said that the money should go to my nephew because he's family and he deserves it. My mom even chimed in on it, saying that my nephew deserves the money and that I'm making a big mistake by giving it to someone else and that my nephew would be disappointed. The thing is, my nephew wasn't close to my son at all. I don't even understand why he would even care. But they keep trying to tell me that I'm making a mistake by what I'm doing and how my nephew deserves the money. But the thing is, I don't think I'm making a mistake. I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I'm doing the correct thing. But they still keep trying to hammer it in my head that I'm making such a big mistake. So I came here to ask, am I?